This weekend, the Four Bridges Arts Festival here in Chattanooga will celebrate its silver anniversary. Dozens of visual artists from far and wide will be at the 25th annual festival presented by the Association for Visual Arts at First Horizon Pavilion on Saturday, April 12th and Sunday, April 13th, with a preview party on Friday, April 11th. Sarah Moore is Director of Festivals for AVA. Sarah, Brent, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Glad to be here.
Sarah, tell us about this year's Four Bridges.
This is our big 25th anniversary show. We're so excited to have been in Chattanooga this long and to have garnered the amount of community support we've built over the last 25 years. So we are delighted to celebrate this year. But same as usual, we've got about 140 artists coming down to First Horizon Pavilion to show and sell their artwork, all kinds of different stuff. And we will have live music and children's activities and food trucks and all sorts of other things to go around as well.
And beyond the anniversary, any other themes emerging with this show?
Well, it is our silver anniversary, and so especially for the preview party, we're asking folks to dress in silver and be thematic with us.
Preview party is Friday, April 11th, and the festival itself is Saturday, April 12th and Sunday, April 13th. Brent, you're one of the featured artists.
Yes, I've been fortunate enough to do the show 24 out of 25 of the years. I'm a fifth-generation Chattanoogan, born and raised here, professional artist. I have a space over on Main Street at 400 East Main. Yeah, I've just been very fortunate to just kind of showed up at the right time and place in my career to be involved in the pre-planning of the festival early on, and then just being able to participate each and every year and see it kind of grow and blossom like it has.
Talk more about your art.
I'm a painter. I primarily focus on landscapes, both urban and rural. I grew up in Soddy Daisy. My parents are from the area as well. And so originally I went to school for graphic design. Initially in Chattanooga at that time, if you wanted to do art, you pretty much went to work for Olin Mills Studios or maybe Buster Brown doing some stuff like that. At the same time I was in school, I was spending some time in New Orleans and picked up on that loose, colorful style that represents New Orleans quite a bit. I grew up as a skateboarder here in town, so I was downtown a lot in the mid to early 80s, and so we saw the post-industrial version of Chattanooga, and I was a big fan of hyper-realist street painters like Ralph Goins and such from the 60s. But I took that loose, colorful style and started painting downtown in a similar fashion around that time. And there wasn't really much representation of the town going on. And so it gave me a little bit of a niche in my business and gave me a foothold to kind of build from there. And now I've traveled with my wife, who's my partner in my business, and we've traveled. And so I've covered New York, Chicago, Germany, and Costa Rica, and just wherever we visit. I generally shoot photographs and then work from that photography.
For both of you, talk about how the arts scene here in Chattanooga has changed, has grown, has evolved during the arc of the years of the Four Bridges Arts Festival.
Four Bridges started out as a fairly regional show. It kind of blossomed out of a very local and very regional show called Art Extravaganza before that, and then it grew into something that the people who put it together wanted to really draw more national attention. But the first few years were still relatively regional. As it has grown over the last 25 years, we've really been able to draw in a ton of talent from all over the country. But we love to celebrate our local artists. We're super glad Brent's been in the show almost every year. The one year he was not in was my fault, and I apologize.
24 out of 25 is not a bad number for the art world, I can promise you that.
But the art world here in Chattanooga has really blossomed over these 25 years. It's been pretty incredible to see. I mean, I've been with AVA just for the past 5.5 years. And we've seen our membership just at AVA multiply by about 4 or 5-fold. It's been just absolutely incredible to see the wealth of talent that's growing up here. I think the pandemic drew a lot of people here because they can work from home relatively easily here. But there's a really vibrant and varied and diverse and really with long fingers back into the past art scene here in Chattanooga that I love working in. It's very exciting.
Yeah, I mean, as far as the changes, it definitely was much more of a roots-based community. When I came into it, I had artists like Terry Cannon and Kim Alexander and Dana Shaven who were putting out quite a bit of work and were doing out-of-town shows. And so they were kind of the hub of the local community, and they were the resource for other artists to kind of start doing that as well. And I did notice there was a time when there was an invitation for artists to come to the city 15 years ago at this point And I did see a pretty good influx of artists from around the country moving here because of the studio space is still affordable to be. And, for me to be on Main Street in a studio, that would be really hard in Atlanta or Nashville. So I think for now, the city is growing on a daily basis for sure, but I think even still, it's an affordable place for artists to live, and it's a good resource for the surrounding larger cities to come into and find work.
Mm-hmm.
And for people who want to check it out, the 25th anniversary of the Four Bridges Arts Festival, where can people go online?
You can go to our website, which is fourbridgesartsfestival.org. It's the number 4 and then everything else spelled out. Or avarts.org, which is our parent company, and you can find us on there as well. We would love to see you at the festival at First Horizon Pavilion downtown behind Finley Stadium on April 12th and 13th. We will be open 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Saturday, April 12th, and 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Sunday, April 13th.
All right, Sarah, Brent, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ray.